Yep.
Are you recording now?
Yeah.
House of the owner of Lifestyles. Lifestyles Unlimited is the real estate club that I first got started in.
Okay.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
Hey, let me ask you real quick, just so I can get like an understanding. So I know this is for a new YouTube series, right? Gotcha. Awesome. All right, well, we will be there soon.
It probably is going to be a YouTube series because the way it's going. I don't really know where they plan on using it or whatever, but okay. All right.
Thank you. The house is beautiful. We will be sure not to include any address on the door. You can do that, right?
Yeah.
Convenience store Gary.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we're a little early. Let's grab us something to snack on. I don't know, I feel like I want to buy that for Jose. I think he would love that. Think Jose would like that, E.T.? The revolvers? You think Jose's ever seen Tombstone? Have you ever seen Tombstone? Oh my
No.
God, that's like the movie.
The movie.
The movie.
This is where you create a bond with the audience on what drink you choose. They're gonna be like, I like that drink too.
You gotta go ready to go.
Rockstar, not average star.
Not average stuff. Let's do this.
Mic you up.
You wanna do it now or edit now?
Now.
It's exciting for me to bring you guys here because again, it's very majestic. Oh ho ho! Merry Christmas! How are you guys doing? Good. This is E.T., my cameraman. Well, look at this. Hey, there's the man. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for having me. This is this is E.T., my camera guy. This is so close, so intimate. I feel like we're at a date. I take 48. Positioning for a $5,000 camera, like, you know, I just said yes because you're doing a hell of a job, but
He's licking his chops right now. I know he is, man. He'll walk out there.
he's like, yeah, he's looking at all this like, man, I didn't.
Rolls up.
Real quick, can I move my chair back like 6 inches, or does it have to be over here?
What do you have, a space problem?
A little bit. I feel like we're back gonna hit
Oh my
knees.
God.
Okay, no issues. It's not. I'm like lean back. I love it.
All right, welcome to the new Telldale Live entertainment series. With me here today is Robert Martinez. Robert's one of my favorite Lifestyles members. I've known him for a long time, but I really enjoy having him here on the show today. I've wanted to ask you a lot of questions, Robert. I wanted to get this down on tape for a long time because you've really got a lot to share with everybody else. So welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on the show. It's a pleasure and an honor.
Let's start just to get the audience out here to understand what you have. From my recollection, you have somewhere around 19 apartment complexes around over 3,100 units, 3,200 units. You've been here since 2014?
No, I joined in 2007.
2007.
January of 07.
That's right.
You know, I joined just like everybody else here. Found you on the radio. Some people find you on newspapers back in the day when people read newspapers. You know, and I would listen to you on my lunch break and wondering, man, you know, is that real? Could I do that? You know, and really you need something to drive you. You got to have a motivator, some sort of catalyst. And I had a sales career, and after getting turned over on that a couple of times in terms of, you know how they play with your sales number and your commissions. You work really hard, and they raise it up, you work really hard, and then they give somebody some of your territory because they're not as good as you, and you're like, what? And after you realize that the game's fixed against you, you start to like, okay, I guess I'm on my own here, and start looking around for opportunities. And real estate was something that never imagined I would do. It sounded very scary, very risky. It certainly wasn't anything I was taught growing up. And so I was a little squeamish when I first walked in there, you know, and I remember coming into that first day, I was like, is this real? Are these real people? Did they hire these people just for me to take my $500, you know, membership, you know, that day? And then I want to, you know, say, all right, I'm going to go and I'm going to do the weekend thing. I'm going to pay the pig fee. And I remember you once said, 80% of you in here will do nothing with this information. And I remember thinking to myself, that's not going to be me. that's not going to be me. I'm not going to fail. And that was a challenge almost. I thought it was almost a challenge to everybody. I don't know if everybody took it like that, but that's how I took it. I remember that. We'll always remember that. You said 80, look around, 80% of you will do nothing. You'll hear this, you won't even listen. You know, I know now today how much I don't like to lose. That's a huge quality that's helped me in our business. I play to win. I don't show up if I don't think we can win. It's a waste of time. I'd rather just keep working out and keep figuring it out before you show up. Because when you show up, you better play to win. And I did not understand that concept mindset had I not developed within Lifestyles and being able to form my own business.
You know, when I met you, one of the things that I thought was interesting was your business model. You are a firm believer in stakeholders. You believe that everybody should benefit from you running a business. We've got the investors you got to take care of. You've taken care of the investors. But you brought in a new point of view. You brought in the employees. And I used to joke about it because it was, you call it the familia.
That's amazing.
Right? And obviously a Hispanic term, but the bottom line is you believe that building your staff from the inside out and up is important.
I don't want to win alone. No matter how easy it may come or no matter what happens, I just got to make sure that when I climb that mountain, I'm not by myself. You know, but what good is it to be on top of the mountain, plant your flag, if there's no one to share the stories with? There's no one to go through the struggles, go through the recessions, go through this recent economic turndown with the Hurricane Harvey hangover we talked about on email once. You know, that's life. That's where you experience it. So, you know, what I did was I found out what is it you need to make you happy in life. I would tell you, I'm not going to sit here and say that I pick winners all the time, because I don't. I think what I do is identify heart, and I surround myself with heart. If I think you have heart, I'll give you a chance. I'll invest in you. I'll find out what makes you tick. I'll help you get what you want, and I believe that you'll help me get what I want. So I can't teach heart. I can teach talents. I can teach skill set. You know, what really helped us in those early years is that we went really slow. And I think I was going slow because I was trying to prove to myself, because somebody told me I couldn't do it without them. Somebody said I couldn't make payroll that first month. And I had to prove to myself that I could. And it wasn't by going out and buying 4 deals in the first year. It was about buying 1 deal, guarding with my life, running it for a full year before I did another one. And in that time, as you're doing that for 2 or 3 years, and I'd be a lot bigger too right now if I had the velocity I have right now versus the velocity of I had in 2011, 2012, 2013, when I'm buying 1 deal a year, you know. But you had to go and understand who you have, and you have to understand how the machine works. This company is my fingerprint of the world. And it's that because it's my ideas, not from another management company. And maybe they're bigger, and ideas work for the kind of business you're in. That's where we bring compassion. I'm not the big greedy landowner that lives in New York City and he's sitting on top of the penthouse and make everybody pay. And that's not how it works. These are people. I mean, Dale, did you ever live in an apartment?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you live in a shitty apartment?
No, not really.
I did. I lived in an all bills paid apartment. I paid $550 to cover my electricity, my water. I had roaches in my apartment. I had dirty old carpet that should have been changed out. I was surrounded by illegal immigrants and all over me. I mean, it's just what it is.
So why didn't you move out?
Because I couldn't. I had nowhere to go. That's what I could afford to pay. I had a working class apartment, you know, and that's where I could be. And when I made a little more, you know, I was able to get a little bit more. And in a recent video, I don't have an overhiring problem. I have did I hire the right people? You know, because these ladies that you hire, these men that are hired, they're running multi-million-dollar businesses, you know, and you put them there. Were they ready? That's my issue. It's like, if I'm stressing out, did I hire right? If I'm stressing out and my number one, is she stressing out, did we hire right? And who hired them? Who allowed it? Who put them in that 200-unit property that's underperforming? I did. You're not playing to win today. You really won the game. You're playing for a legacy, and you got to have a way to document that legacy. My guy's here to document this legacy. Your people are here to document this. You know, we'll be long and gone one day. This will be forever on the internet, and people that are important to you or people that you can influence are going to watch this. You know, I mean, there's some different people I like to follow on social media, and they all talk about what if you could have seen, you know, Jeff Bezos out of that garage before he started Amazon and the day-to-day struggle. What if you could have seen, you know, the Facebook guy? You know, not the movie, not what the Hollywood wants you to see. What if you could see the day-to-day and see how they do the business lessons of just watching what they went through every day. That, you know, everybody has a business model, and everybody has a different set of integrity and characteristics. I don't want to grow at all costs. I want to grow the right way. You know, one of our proudest achievements is that for our asset class group, for 3,000 units to a certain range, we rank #2 nationally in resident satisfaction. Do you know why that occurs? Because I see every single review, Google, Facebook, apartment ratings, whatever. I get an email every day, a summary of every single review. And if it says 5, read them all. 5-star, I kind of go through the 5 stars. I don't read them a whole lot. I focus on those 3 stars, 2 stars, and 1 stars. The whole company knows I get that because they're on that email too. And then there's an email that goes out from me saying, please explain what's going on. Why are they saying that they can't get a hold of the office? Why are they saying that they look like a child painted the apartment? Why are they saying these things? Please investigate, get back to me tomorrow morning. Because I care. It's my name, it's my business, it's my legacy. And I want this to be around 100 years, and I play like that. I play that this can be around for 100 years. I don't have a boss per se. I don't have shareholders telling me how to run a business. I invest what I need to invest. I overinvest, as you were saying with your overhiring. You do it because you want to maintain the integrity. You do it because you're going to get to that point. And that's how you don't get the 11 refinance cash out events. You know, you glossed over really quickly. You know, anybody can buy an apartment. I see congratulation emails all the time coming on lifestyles or little announcements. But what happens after the ink is dry? What happens? Now it's time to go to work. To get that refinance, you got to have increased income. You got to have a control of your expenses. But how do you get increased income? You get it when people renew. All the money you make in real estate happens when they renew, not when they move in. Because we know we spend $2,000 to $3,000 to get a unit ready. Appliances, carpet, paint, whatever. The greatest compliment is them renewing. But that's also how you make your money. Because yeah, it's all the money's made when they renew. It has to. You have that low turnover. You don't get the 100% cash outs. That's probably one of the I mean, next to having the high resident satisfaction. I mean, I've got the #1 property in all of Texas. It's not Gravestar, it's not Camden, it's Rockstar that has that property, right? Why? Because of high resident satisfaction. But you don't get those 100% cash outs. You don't get the next group that you're positioning right now. You don't get the potential sales and getting a bunch of money out if you're not taking care of the residents, if they're not renewing. You need them to renew, because it's a big cycle. If they don't renew, then you're having to fill their spot, have expenses, commission, new whatever to get that unit back. If they do renew, now you put pressure on the front end to, let's see if we can get another $10. Let's see if we can get another $20 on the new lease and or the next renewal, right? Because you're not as desperate to get that. It's when times get desperate that you have to lower pricing, that you have to create concessions, that you eat that up and burn that up, and you don't really go anywhere.
You're giving back to your children, you're giving back to your employees. You said now that you're looking with some young entrepreneurial program you're working with. These are all giving back, and I think that proves that you have made it to the end. I appreciate you coming in today. I'm glad that we got this down on tape.
And it's an honor and a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Got it.
All right, good guy. Yeah, thank you. So getting ready to meet my friend Philip and his wife Cherie. We're going to work on a business opportunity together. Philip's trying to buy an apartment deal. Today is the best and final of offers. What that means is all the people that are interested in this particular opportunity, today's their day to put their best foot forward and to offer on the acquisition. And Philip and I are gonna have a little strategy and figure out what we can do, what we need to do to stand out above the crowd.
Who are you?
All right, so where are we at right now?
Deal?
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah.
So I hit up, I asked them, what's it going to take to make this happen, and he said 24 mil.
Where were you at?
I came up, was initially started at 22.5, went
Okay.
up to 23.7, so now.
You're only off by a little bit.
Huh?
You're only off by a little bit.
Yeah. We went to 24 with some earnest money.
Of course, you might have to do some hard money. What is there a way that we could commit right now, pick up the phone and say, we're not going to best and final, here's my offer, and I want this deal, or the offer's rescinded in 2 hours?
I don't know how much value that's going to be, considering it's only a couple hours away.
When is the time due date?
5 o'clock today.
Okay. I would call him at 4:50
Yeah, right.
and say, I want to confirm again. If I can reach, you never act like you can do it.
Yeah.
It's just a game. It's like you're dating. You don't act like you're easily available,
Yeah.
right? I don't know if I can go to 24. I mean, I got to move stuff around. Interest rates went up. It changes. That really helps you.
Yeah.
It changes the deal dynamics. Gosh, it's a lot thinner than what I thought it was gonna be. Are you sure they won't take 23? I don't know, I might be maxed out. Okay, let me talk to my investors. If I can get to 24, can we get this right now? Can I wrap this up right now? Or are you gonna go and do a second or third round of best of final? I don't want to get caught in that.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to get use a settlement. I don't want to get caught in that. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and let you use my money or my offer to raise everybody else up. We need to have a relationship based on trust. And this is our chance. I want to have a long-term relationship with you. I've got a business partner that knows what he's doing. I can get the equity. We can make this happen. We will close. You will have a certainty of close. I would not focus as much on your real estate experience, but focus on the team's business experience. You know, I'm partnering in this particular deal with Robert Martinez. I can send you my schedule of real estate if you need, and he can see like this is what he does. You can find him on social media. You can find him on his website. You can know who he is. He'll be an instrumental part of this acquisition. We have got a good certainty of close. Because you're going to go up against a group that probably doesn't have to do all that. They have their own resume instead of borrowing somebody else's, right? But you do want to say, I've bought and I've closed the deal. As a result, I won an award for it. So I know how to operate. I know how to get the money. This is a bigger stick for me to swing, but I have a big stick to swing with. Remember, play hard to get on this 24 million. Because it's going to go to 25 real quick if you don't. It may already. I'm just trying to slow it down. I want to slow this down. I want to weed out the competition. Does he have other offers or just your offer?
Assuming he has at least another offer.
Already?
Yeah,
Okay. So who are we playing against here? Are we playing against children or are we playing against,
Well, we have to go in and assume that.
No, because I would not have offered. I'm telling you my exact story. I would have waited till the 11th hour and then a little bit longer. You should have slowed it down and you should have said, and again, look, hindsight's 2020, but that's how we learn. We learn from the mistakes. How deliverable is this deal is number one. Can you really deliver it? Number two is what does it need to be? If I can find a way to get to that, can we make this deal happen today or are you still gonna go out for call to offers? Because I got jerked around a couple of times where we did a call for offers, then we did, we're gonna do a second best and final. What? We're gonna do a third best and final. And so the only way that wins is when somebody decides they don't wanna play anymore. And I said, I'm not gonna play anymore. I could have gone more, I didn't wanna play anymore. So I didn't. And I didn't get the deal. I wound up buying the same deal 2 years later and I paid a lot more. So I probably should have maybe kept going, but I didn't know. Number one thing is you gotta know your limit and you gotta stay in control. Surprisingly, for me, I can do that because I normally like it crazy, like I'm on coke, but I can slow it down when it comes to this. But I'm also on the phone because he who talks last wins. Who gets the date? The last one to call. The last one to call. You got to stay on his mind. I would stay on him today. Keep him in contact. Make him like you. Make him want to do the deal with you. So I give him a call after lunch, and I would I don't know, say, I talked to my money man. Does it really have to get to 24? I mean, you can't. I mean, look, interest rate just went up. All right. You're sure it can't get to 23? All right, let me go back again. Let me see if we can reach. Man, we can do this deal right now. Let's just take why can't you just take the deal right now? Push it on him. Why can't you just take this deal right now? And you know what the answer is going to be, but you just got to keep the conversation going, right? You want him to stay. You want him to have you on his mind. Yeah, you got to keep him on your mind. And then wait a little while and say, as you get closer, say, where are we at now? Make him like you. You want him to fall in love with you. Like, I want to give Philip the deal. No, I'm serious, because the way these deals work, it's all relationship.
Right.
It's like, he's got to want to help you. Does he want to help you or does he want to help the random guy in Dallas? He's maybe never had drinks with the random guy in Dallas. Hopefully he hasn't. I mean, the best idea, I don't know if you can, I don't think it's appropriate, but to even go out to dinner or something with him today, because really we all know 5 o'clock doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, it doesn't.
5 o'clock.
See you tomorrow.
Yes. The offer is going to go get submitted. Someone's going to turn in an unsolicited offer at 6:30. It's going to get accepted. No one's going to say no. You got to know what your number is going to be, because there will be another round. And that other round is where it's your max. Is it 24 and a half? Is it 25?